All right. So with reference to Baby Boy, like how did he get into rap?
Well, Baby Boy got into rap because I had him in the studio. He was in the studio before he was even born. He was in his mother's stomach. He was in the studio. And when he was born, that was my little man. So I used to have him with me. So he been in the studio around the equipment, hearing the beats, seeing what I was doing, the writing and the process. So I think that's how he got into it. I didn't know he was into it until I came home from work one day and I witnessed him without him knowing that I was there, just doing his thing on the music. I come home and he was listening to some instrumentals and he was rapping. He wasn't making any sense, but he was on beat. So I knew he had it. From that point I started writing for him. Wrote for him. He recorded his first song when he was 5. He's done numerous shows around Baltimore, including the African Heritage Festival at Camden Yards a couple years. Numerous shows at rec centers and malls and other stadiums. And after, I want to say like 7 or 8, I haven't written for him since he was like 8 years old. He just took it and ran with it. So now he's writing all his own material. He's actually doing production work now. He's working on engineering now because he's recording himself and he's learning those aspects of the game as well.
Okay. How old was he when you came home and heard him for the first time?
He was 3 when I first heard him. I came home from work and he was in his room and he had some instrumental on and he was just rapping and he didn't know I was there. I heard him from downstairs. I crept up the stairs on him and I just watched him and he was just doing it. And he wasn't making not a lick of sense at all. No sense. But he, like I said, he was riding the beat. And anybody that knows music just knows it's more important that you have that internal metronome and you can ride that beat more than anything else. You can always get better with the lyrics. You can have people write for you and all types of things. Well, it's important that you know how to stay on beat and be melodic. And once I knew he was on it like that, especially taking the initiative to actually go get one of my CDs and put it on, I said, okay, he must want to do it. But I didn't want to, force it on him or anything. So it was a very playful thing up until the point where, he came to me on his own once he had started writing on his own and everything, and he told me that it was what he wanted to do. And he had his little laptop. He started recording little songs on this little tiny microphone that he made out, some earphones and stuff like that. So when I saw he was that serious about it, then I knew that I had to really buckle down, and it forced me to be a little more proactive and get in the studio done so we can make moves.
Okay. He mentioned a lot of respect for the legends of hip hop like Run DMC and not really being into the rappers today. Where do you think he got that from? Is that something you taught him or something he was raised on?
Yeah. I don't condone a lot of stuff that rappers say. And a lot of it is just said to be fashionable or was a sign of the times. So I've always taught him that that lyrics will be paramount in sustaining some longevity in the music career. As we all know, there's a lot of cats come out here and they have a song. There's plenty of songs you can talk about in any time period when the song has come out. It was hot, people danced to it. It was one of the hottest jams. Some people even have awards off of one song and they've never been heard of before. And I told him the thing that would sustain him in his career would be lyrical content, where he's actually talking about something, not just rapping just because he can rhyme some words. But it was important to have lyrical content, to be actually talking about something that would be relevant at any time period. Because once you put music out, if you have music that's written properly, if it's responsible, and if it's talking about something that's real, it'll be tangible throughout plenty of years, because it'll be always somebody that's going through it. Even if it's not today, some kid next week will be going through what Baby Boy is talking about this year, or 5 years from now it'll be a 13-year-old kid that's going through some of the same things. So I've explained to him, and as long as he stays true to himself, that there's always going to be a human situation, and that will sustain him.
Who would you say influenced you the most?
Influenced me? Life. don't have a person, one set person I think influenced me the most. I just think life has, just seeing different things.
Hey, Dose.
You gotta be quiet. How you doing, buddy?
Right.
Yeah, just life, just seeing different things unfold, having things happen to me and around me. Those things have influenced me the most when it comes to making music.
Okay. Who would you say are your favorite rappers?
My favorite rapper? Well, my number one favorite rapper is my son. So Baby Boy would be my favorite rapper. Then, of course, you know, Tupac is my favorite rapper, industry-wise. Rest in peace, Tupac. Like Jay-Z is one of my favorite rappers. Andre 3000.
What do you like about him?
What I like about who? Andre 3000? His creativity. Andre 3000 is a very creative artist. I like him. Hopefully I get to work with him one day. I tend to lean toward artists that have more social consciousness in their music. Just because, you know, I'm a father now, so I mean, I'm not really a dancer. I don't go out to clubs and stuff like that. So the songs that's more catered to the club scene and that type of thing is not really for me. I tend to like music that I can wrap my brain around in some type of capacity.
Who is the best rapper to you lyrically?
Best rapper lyrically? Right now or all time? Or,
let's say both.
well, as I said, like Tupac was my man. Just because he had this street thing going on, but he could also be politically and socially conscious. So I have to say Tupac, greatest of all time for me. But lyrically right now, really feeling Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is one of the best rappers, up and coming rappers, or I guess he's not up and coming, he's here now. So I would say Kendrick Lamar right now would probably be
all right, that's interesting. That's the same person that Baby Boy mentioned as well. Who has the best flow to you, or delivery?
Best flow?
Yeah.
It's hard because you got some rappers out there. Like I said, Kendrick, his flow is like that. I'm really feeling Kanye. I just like his whole attitude. Is more than just his flow to me for Kanye. It's his attitude. Jay-Z, of course, flow. He got the God flow. I mean, it's kind of hard. I listen to a lot of people. Eminem, definitely one of my favorite artists ever. His flow is impeccable every time. It's hard. It's hard.